4 of the nations participating in the Six Nations, the World Cup captain is not playing, so I thought let's go through and have a look at who should take over. So let's go. I'll start us off quite quickly, rattle through the ones that are still intact. So first up we've got Italy, and Lamaro. He is perfectly fine. He's been playing for Benetton all the time. I think he's young, he's full of potential, he'll be a future captain for a few years for Italy, and I think that, yeah, no problems with him being captain for Italy. Similarly for Scotland, Jamie Ritchie, perfectly fine, plays for Edinburgh regularly. I know a few people aren't happy with him as Scotland captain, but I personally think he is the man to take us forward. Also, I think Scotland have a chance this Six Nations to do something. I know a lot of people say that every year and you're probably tired of hearing it, but I do. They have suffered some of the least player knocks. I can only think of a couple, first team players who've retired since the World Cup, and I think that even then they weren't playing. It's like McInally, who was a big player for Scotland, but in the last couple of years hadn't played that much. So I think Scotland really have a good shot here, and I think they should stick with Jamie Ritchie, at least for now. I know as people aren't happy with him, but I'd stick with him personally. But here's where it gets a little bit more interesting, as I'll talk about Ireland. I am changing the flag, I don't know if you've noticed that. Ireland, their long-time captain, long-time servant, Johnny Sexton, probably one of the best players ever, has just retired, so they do need someone to come in and fill their boots. Personally, I have chosen Gary Ringrose to take over. I know he might not be the most, few people might not agree with me, but he is a senior player in that dressing room. He is also co-captain of Leinster, and we all know Leinster's influence, player-wise, on Ireland. And personally, I think that with him being captain of Leinster, he will be well respected by many of those players, and I think that's kind of what we want. So I would go with Ringrose for Ireland. I can see a few people arguing with that, but personally that's what I would go for. Next up, England. Now, England have actually lost a few captain candidates. The regular captain, Owen Farrell, he's not retired, but he is taking a break. He's not playing in the Six Nations, so he cannot captain them. Probably second in line, Courtney Lawes has retired, so they're going to have to look somewhere else. Personally, I have gone with one that I've seen a few people also comment on. Now, I've not just been influenced by them, and I have to say, that is Ben Earl. I think that he has really been coming along in the last couple of years. He was an outstanding player in the World Cup. He's definitely showing the fact of being a leader in that room. I think that he's probably the best option there. He is well respected in England. He's just turned 26, like 2 days ago. Just turned 26, 2-3 days ago. So, he's still kicking on. He's still got a good few years left in him. He plays for Saracens. I'm not sure, does he captain Saracens when Owen Farrell's not there? It wouldn't surprise me if he does, but then I know, maybe someone like Toji comes in and captains them. But personally, I would go with Ben Earl. I suspect they'll go with the Toji, but I would want to see Ben Earl as England captain. I think that he's definitely shown leadership. Next up is France, and with Dupont taking a break from Union to play sevens for the Olympics, they need another captain. Now, personally, I would go back to Georges Oliver. I think he's their best option. He's experienced at captaining France. He's well respected in the dressing room. It seems natural to go back to him. Unless obviously he doesn't want it or something, but I couldn't see anything that he didn't. I think it would probably be the best option for France just to go back to him, because he did a good job as their captain. And last, but probably the most interesting one, is Wales. Now, Wales have lost a lot of senior players, and their young captain Jack Morgan is injured, so they're going to need a new captain, even just temporarily. Personally, I would like to see George North in charge. He's one of only a few long-standing senior players left. This is his 14th year as a Wales international player. He's also staying in Wales. He's still at Ospreys, even though a lot of international players are moving abroad to England and France. I don't blame them with all the troubles Wales are in, but he has stayed loyal, so I think he should be rewarded. Also, again, senior player, well respected. He's a Welsh rugby legend. He will be respected by many players. He's who I would choose. Now, I'm not saying these will be who they would choose, the captains would choose, the coaches would choose, but this is who I would choose if I was in charge of these teams. So it's Italy, Lamaro; Scotland, Ritchie. Those two I think will stay. Then Ireland, Ringrose; England, Earl; France, Ollivon; and Wales, North. Apologies for the shorter video. I am ill, as you can probably hear, so I can't talk for that long. But yeah, that's my opinions. I'm hoping to see the squads coming out soon. I predict they'll come out about next week, some of them. I will do a video reacting to every single squad, having a look at them, seeing who's maybe not included, who will be included, who's new, who's exciting, maybe want to watch, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the support. It's been great seeing it all. Keep it coming. It's really nice to see. And I shall see you absolute legends later.